Not Lego. What is this channel that I subscribe to? This isn't Lego at all. These Transformers figures may not be Lego, but I did build them. These are both model kits by the brand called Blokees. Blokees has special licensing with Transformers to make what's called Model Kits Experience. Optimus Prime here comes with 83 pieces, and Bumblebee comes with 79 pieces, 4 pieces less. So how can I justify having these on the channel? Well, because I built them, and it's called BravoBricks, not BravoLicks. That's my food channel releasing June 34th, so stay tuned for that. I went grocery shopping alone, which is probably why these two figures showed up at my house. These are Transformers Classic Class, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee by Blokees, a kit company that sells all sorts of figures that you can assemble yourself. They do have a special licensing agreement with Transformers and Hasbro, so you can find all sorts of generational Transformers toys on their site. I am not sponsored by them, but I'm happy to be in the future. Like, surely this is like $25, $30. Definitely not in the budget for today. I checked the price. Holy moly, $10 a piece? Yeah, I could do $10 a piece, so I picked up every single one that they had, which was, unfortunately for me, fortunately for my wallet, just Optimus Prime and just Bumblebee. Unlike most other model kits, there is no brush required, there's no glue required, and there's no cutters required. Everything that you need to make this model look fantastic comes in box. On the back of the box, it does come with a few descriptions about the figures. So for example, Bumblebee, it says Faction Autobot, Function Autobot Scout, height approximately 3.81 meters. It also covers symbol, status, ability, and mission. This is not your typical Lego set sort of build. This is a model kit. Every specially molded piece comes on a plastic sheet and you pop the pieces out one by one. There's no extra tools needed. You can do it with your fingers. You can either twist the pieces off or just kind of pull them off. It's very simple. You're not going to struggle with that part at all. I really like the way that it's organized. So every piece color comes with a letter associated with it, and then every individual piece on each color sheet has a number associated with it. So let's say I need to find color G4. So I'd find the G sheet, which is red, and I would find piece number 4. It's a very self-explanatory system, and it's also very simple to find the pieces. Both figures are based on designs from Transformers Rise of the Beast, which in my opinion is not a great movie, but that doesn't really matter. And they are all pre-painted figures. There's no stickers on the figures themselves. However, there are 2 stickers on each stand, which is fine. Build process was very easy. Took about an hour each, give or take. There's not a traditional step 1, step 2, step 3. There are groupings on the instruction sheet, so you can build the limbs first, then the torso, then the head, and then kind of put them all together towards the end of the build. There are certain steps you do, of course, need to do in order. So let's say you're building the right arm. You're going to need to build the top part of the arm, then the middle part, and then the hand, and so on and so forth. Each piece clicked together very nicely. There's not a whole lot of wiggle room, so if you are not making the correct step, it's really not going to feel right because, like I said before, each piece is specially molded. So if you're trying to shove something into the wrong spot, it's not going to click no matter what you do. The illustrations and the instructions are also very clear and easy to read. The only small issue I ran into is that the pieces are very small and I am very clumsy, so I've dropped a few pieces here and there during the build process. Finally, let's take a look at Optimus Prime. The figure is super posable. You can move any part of the limbs, kneecaps, ankles, everything. You can even swap out one of his hands for a big cannon weapon, which looks very nice. At the bottom of the base plate, there's a very cool gray silver strike effect that happens on the ground, and it looks kind of like he's either pounding the ground as if he fell from a very tall distance, or it's just an action pose. Very comic book-esque. The stand that Optimus Prime is standing on is made of 2 pieces with stickers for each piece. No, I don't really mind the sticker here. It's very big, easy to apply. If you mess up, it's also not a big deal to fix it. I don't believe that each piece is painted. It's only a few pieces here and there that are painted. The rest of the pieces are purely made from that colored plastic, so you're not going to see any sort of printing discrepancy there. Pretty much wherever you see a different color is a new piece that was put together. For example, here on the leg, all of the silver is made up of 3 or 4 different pieces, and the blue is also made up of 2 different pieces, and they're all combined together to form one big piece. In this instance, his leg. The torso piece in the center of Optimus Prime is where the battery is held. They give instructions on how to change the coin battery. Optimus Prime's head does light up with a smack on the head, which my Uncle Albert used to do to me when I was a wee child, but now he's in prison for doing that to kids at a McDonald's play place. If you've made it this far, go ahead and comment down below. Free Uncle Albert, he did nothing wrong. Overall, Optimus Prime looks fantastic. I chose to have his left arm with the cannon because I'd rather Optimus have a big weapon than just have two hands. If you're gonna get any of the figures, I would suggest Optimus Prime because he's the leader of the Autobots and he looks the coolest in my humble opinion. It's worth noting that the Transformers figures do not transform. They are just meant to stand on the plate. They are stuck in robot mode, which they do make pretty abundantly clear on the box. Moving on to most people's favorite Autobot, and that is Bumblebee. Bumblebee is slightly shorter than Optimus Prime, and he does have 4 less pieces. He is just as easy to put together. Bumblebee did take less time to build, but I think that's just because I was getting used to the system that the model kit is, and not so much the simplicity of the figure. Just like Optimus Prime, I built the limbs, then the torso, then I put it all together for one very nice final product. Just like Optimus Prime, Bumblebee is very posable. You can move any limb you want, you can twist him around, you can swap out one of his hands, as I've also chosen to do with a weapon. Bumblebee's cannon is a little bit smaller, it's more of a turret kind of gun and less of a big plasma cannon. Like I said before, these designs are from Transformers Rise of the Beasts. So this version of Bumblebee is the old style Camaro, not the one that we saw in 2007 or beyond. The instructions for Bumblebee were just as easy to follow. Rather than gray silver flames at the bottom, we do get yellow flames that cover the bottom of the stand for a very epic stance that carries a lot of presence, like Santa Claus. Bumblebee does, however, come with a few extra pieces for his chest that is meant to be used with Scourge, another figure from the movie, for a dual pose that they also hint at in the instructions. I think the way it works is you swap out the chest, you add the weapon on Bumblebee's back, and you kind of have Scourge the Decepticon lifting Bumblebee up. So if you have that figure as well as Bumblebee, you can combine them to create one cool pose. I don't know if any of the other Transformers come with a dual pose, suggesting that you hook one up with another. I think it's cool that they offer that, not just as a possibility, but they give you the extra pieces to make it happen. The doors on his back do swivel up and down, which they kind of use in the movie to show emotion, much like a Corgi's ears. Obligatory Granger picture. Just like Optimus Prime, you can smack him on the head and light up his eyes. You can, however, see the light through the back of the Transformer. Looks a little bit wonky, but I don't really know why you'd be looking at this side of the Transformer, except if you are posing it, moving it. Let's wrap up this special BravoBricks review. I'm beyond happy with the amount of money that I spent on this, and that amount of money is $10 a piece. That's right. What $10 Lego set has made me as happy as these two figures? I don't think any. At least I can't think of one right now. These are a great value, great display, good size, and I recommend this to any model builder in your family, any Transformers fan, any figure enjoyer. They're very easy to put together. Once it's all done, they look fantastic. They're very posable, so even if you got a couple of them, you can have them in different poses and make them look like they're fighting each other. Much like the Transformers movies, let's end this with an Optimus Prime speech.
I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any BravoBricks subscribers hiding amongst the stars. Thank you for watching. Click subscribe, click like and comment below. We will see you next. Goodbye.